Yo, I just came home from work, and there's some things that irritate the dog shit out of me, you know. Like I said, I just came home from work, a long ass drive, 2.5 hours to be exact. My birthday, right? It's my birthday. My coworker fixed me a nice cake, lemon cake, my favorite. And I come home, and my cake is in the trash. You see that? It's in the trash.
You talking about that cake? Yes, in the trash.
And this is why I gotta go live. Why is my cake in the trash?
What you mean? You brought another woman's cake into this house? Really?
My coworker, and she's an older woman. What they gotta do with you?
I don't care. I don't care who it was. Another woman's cake. Really?
Babe, look, why are you so fucking destructive?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not destructive. You said that my sister's chicken Alfredo was the best you ever had. How dare you say another woman's food is better than mine? So I can't cook now?
No, you can't. Your Alfredo is trash.
Yeah, just like your cake is in the trash.
Okay, look, your sister cooked some good Alfredo. Learn how to cook or bake a cake.
Why didn't you just get your mama to make it? You always get her to make anything else.
Wow.
Everything else your mother makes it.
Wow.
I would have rather you went to the store.
Look, I can't even talk to my moms no more because of you and that fucking podcast. Stop lying. Why you talking about my son's felonies, my mom's hospital transactions on your podcast?
I'm telling the truth.
No, that's none of your business.
Facts.
Why you doing everything for a fucking light?
Really?
Why?
Look
Why?
at this. Really?
Look. Stay off the podcast talking about my family business.
And keep another woman's cake out my
house. Learn how to cook. That's what we got a kitchen for. What's wrong with you? God damn. Look.
That little ass stove.
Hey, look, that's this. Y'all see what the hell I deal. Y'all see what the hell I'm dealing with, right? Look at that.
Look at this. Look at this. He can't do
anything say housewife right there? No. So this is what the fuck I gotta go live for. Let y'all know what the hell I'm going through with this. We ain't got too long. We ain't got too long. Bye. I'll see y'all. Y'all got the evidence.
Wow. All right, so family, I'm going to confront this video in a way I never have before. I'm going to come at it as if I was their counselor or coach, okay? Now, many of us, we excuse people's behaviors when we can understand their emotional plight. Now, the problem is, while emotions have an impact, a large impact, in fact, on relationship, it's the behaviors that's destroying it. So you hear them stating some complaints, but what you see is some horrible behavior towards each other. Now, we're going to deal with that, okay? I took the liberty, jotting some notes down again. Non-biased approach, looking at it as if I was counseling this couple. All right, so I've analyzed the conversation of the video, and here are several issues of the toxic communication and the toxic patterns. All right, number one, there was a lack of empathy. All right, the husband starts by complaining about his day and his ruined birthday cake, but there's a lack of empathy from his wife's side. She doesn't seem to acknowledge his feelings or offer any support. Number two, accusations and blame. Both parties engage in accusatory language, blaming each other for the various issues, such as blaming another woman's cake or discussing family matters on a podcast. This creates a hostile atmosphere, not dealing with the problems as they are being presented. Number three, defensiveness. They both become defensive when confronted with criticism instead of addressing concerns. They deflect and counterattack. Number five, demeaning language. They use derogatory terms like trash to describe each other's cooking skills, which is disrespectful and harmful. Number five, a lack of communication skills. There's a significant breakdown in the effective communication. They interrupt each other, they raise their voices, and they fail to listen actively. Number nine, they bring up past issues. The husband mentions past instances where the wife involved his mother in her podcast, which only adds to the tension. The wife mentions the chicken Alfredo, which only adds to the tension. 7, public shaming. The husband goes live on social media to air their grievances publicly, which is a destructive way to handle conflicts. Overall, the conversations that are characterized by a lack of respect, empathy, and effective communication. It's important for them to work on their communication skills and actively listen to each other and address issues in a more constructive and respectful manner to improve their relationship. Number 8, family. Dismissive attitude. Both the husband and the wife dismiss each other's concerns without attempting to understand or validate each other's feelings. They are more focused on winning arguments rather than resolving the underlying issues. Number 9, personal attacks. They resort to personal attacks by bringing up each other's mothers into the argument. This kind of personalization can escalate conflicts and cause emotional harm. Number 10, failure to find common ground. Instead of seeking a compromise or trying to find common ground, they remain entrenched in their positions, which leads to a stalemate in the conversation. Number 11, a lack of problem solving. This conversation doesn't involve any problem solving or constructive suggestions on how to address their issues. It's primarily focused on blame and criticism. 12, the escalation of conflict. As a conversation progresses, the tension escalates with both parties becoming increasingly frustrated and angry. This escalation can make it even harder to reach a resolution. 13, public humiliation. Broadcasting their argument on social media or public viewing only violates their privacy, but it also intensifies the humiliation and the embarrassment for both of them. Her podcast, him going live to talk about it. Number 14, ignoring the original concern. Now we have to focus on this one. The husband's initial concern about the ruined birthday cake gets lost in the midst of the argument, and they fail to address the root cause of their dissatisfaction. Many couples I deal with go through that, okay? Number 15, lack of boundaries. They bring up personal and sensitive topics such as family issues and podcast discussions without considering the boundaries of what should be private matters. Now, while he's upset about what she's doing online with her podcast, he's going online to address it, which only spreads those accusations and those rumors, right? So while he may feel correct in what he is doing is not correct. Now, number 16, ineffective conflict resolution skills. They lack the skills to de-escalate conflicts, compromise, and find mutually satisfactory solutions to their problems, okay? Now, in summary, the conversation is riddled with numerous issues, including a dismissive attitude, personal attacks, and failure to find common ground, and a lack of problem-solving skills. It's essential for them to address these underlying problems and improve their relationship and communicate better. Okay. Now we're gonna take a deeper look at the behavior exhibited in this conversation. Of course, it can be characterized as highly toxic and potentially damaging in several ways. Let's look at how this is problematic. Number 1, the impact on the son. Discussing the son's felonies online without his consent is a severe invasion of privacy and could cause significant emotional distress. Publicly sharing such personal information could lead to embarrassment, shame, and social stigma for her son. Number 2, the impact on the husband's mother. The wife's decision to discuss the husband's mother's hospital transactions on her podcast is a breach of privacy and could distress and embarrass the mother. It's invasive and disrespectful to share someone's personal and potentially sensitive information without their consent. The public shaming. Airing their argument on social media is a form of public shaming, which can have long-lasting negative effects on both their reputations and emotional well-being. It exposes their personal issues to a wide audience and invites judgment from strangers, which can be emotionally harmful. Number 4, the impact on the relationship. The toxic behavior displayed in this conversation can seriously damage the husband and wife's relationship. It erodes trust, respect, and emotional intimacy. Constant conflicts and public arguments can create a hostile and unhealthy home environment for them and their son. Number 5, the model for the son. Their son exposed to this toxic behavior, or their children exposed to this toxic behavior growing up, can serve as a negative model for how they handle conflicts in their relationships. Witnessing such behavior may normalize it for the son, potentially impacting their own future in relationships and communication skills. Next, we're going to dive into this the segment I call Looking Into the Eyes of God. Okay, family, so in this next segment of Looking Through the Eyes of God, this is where we look at things from a different vantage point, okay? We can not only see the choices and actions of today, but also the threads of causality that stretch into the past and weave into the fabric of our very futures. It is a viewpoint that allows us to examine the consequences of our actions, both past, present, and future, on the intricate tapestry of our existence. So let's take a look at this through the looks of God, okay? Now, Past consequences. To understand how they reach this point, it is essential to understand or consider their past experiences and life choices. It's possible that unresolved conflicts, poor communication skills, or past traumas have contributed to their current toxic interactions. Now, I'm still trying to reach out to this couple to do a interview as I've been doing, so I don't know their actual past, but I can look at how they respond and how they're bringing up old things that they have a past of emotional conflict. They can't seem to regulate their emotions. They cannot seem to come to a means to an end on their disagreements, and this is why these things keep getting brought up. So I can look at them and tell they have a history of arguing. Okay, now past actions and decisions may have eroded trust and emotional intimacy in this relationship, setting the stage for ongoing conflicts. Now, the present consequences. In the present, their toxic behavior is causing immediate harm. They engage in personal attacks, public shaming, and disregard for each other's feelings. This behavior damages their relationship ultimately, leading to increased hostility and emotional distress for both parties. The son will be exposed to this toxicity, the children, I should say, potentially affecting his or their emotional well-being and learning unhealthy communication patterns. This is if they grow up inside of the home witnessing these things. Now, here are the future consequences of behaving this way in front of your children and with each other in your relationships, family. If they continue on this path, their relationship may deteriorate further, potentially leading to separation or divorce. The emotional scars from these conflicts may linger, making it difficult for them to form healthy relationships in the future, or even with each other. Those emotional scars break down the relationship. They will argue more and more, faster and faster, and longer. Trust me. The son may internalize this behavior, or the children may internalize this behavior as a model for conflict resolution, which they always do, impacting their own relationships and their emotional health in their adulthood. Publicly airing their grievances can lead to negative online reputations, affecting their personal and professional lives down the road. In sum, explaining past, present, and future consequences reveals a pattern of escalating toxicity and potential long-term damages. Addressing these issues and seeking healthier communication and conflict resolution methods is crucial to mitigate these harmful consequences and promote both personal growth and well-being. Now, here's some counseling advice from me, is if I was talking to this couple, okay? Now, to the wife, I understand that you were upset and impulsive when you threw the cake away. Now, it's crucial to recognize the power of emotions. They can be overwhelming, but we have to understand that we have to learn and control our own reactions. Consider how our actions affect your husband. Consider how he drove a long way with that birthday cake, okay? And it is his birthday. There should have been a conversation. Now, let's talk about how you revisit past issues. Remember crying over spilled milk? The adage doesn't change anything, right? The milk's already on the ground. It deflects from the current problem and it invalidates your partner's concerns. We need to work on letting go of past grievances. Do you understand? Lastly, understand that the way that we speak to our partners matters. Your husband's opinion about your cooking does not define your worth. Encourage each other to grow, but do so with love and respect. Words are powerful. To the husband, when you complimented her sister's cooking, I know it wasn't your intent to hurt her, but it is important to consider how your words land. Her feelings come from a place of pain, and acknowledging that pain can help heal the wound. Now, about the way you speak to her, telling her that her cooking is trash. It's harsh and it's detrimental. Lift her up. Lift each other up, in fact. Encourage improvement, but do it kindly. Your words impact her self-esteem and the quality of her cooking, believe it or not. Regarding the online behavior, remember that privacy is crucial. What happens at home should stay at home. Discussing personal matters online can be very damaging. We can find healthier ways of addressing these concerns. And finally, understand that revisiting past issues can escalate into conflicts. Focus on the present problem, listen to each other actively, and work together to find solutions. A healthy relationship requires patience and understanding. Now, I want to do this video this way from a counseling standpoint, a coaching standpoint, because I'm looking at the comments and everybody is just beating the lady up. She's a horrible wife, doesn't deserve a husband. She is ratchet. The way she moves is disrespectful. She doesn't respect him, but she is emotional, okay? Now, I need you guys to understand something. In that moment, that wife feels absolutely right. But as we're looking at the video from the outside looking in, we can see that she is moving far too quickly in emotion, right? And that is causing the problems within her home. But look at how he is responding. Emotional, talking at her instead of to her, not trying to reason to understand. When she talks about the Alfredo, he tells her it's trash. Instead of saying, I'm sorry, I did not mean to hurt you by saying that. I spoke too soon. It was very good. I shouldn't have told her that in that way. I apologize, because he should understand that it means a lot to her for her food to taste good to him. So then this way you work with your partners, right? That would be the equivalent to her going around some man saying, oh my God, this is the nicest house, or you got the most money, or you got the best clothes I've ever seen in my life. You dress better than any man I've ever seen. Oh, that's the best smell I've ever smelt on a man. Of course he would feel some type of way. Do you believe your cooking is the absolute best in the world? No. Do he believe that he's the richest, the tallest, the best dressed, the best smelling? No. But when it's your spouse, you do expect to be that to that person, or at least for them not to acknowledge someone to that degree in front of you, right? Now, here's the thing. When you're in a situation where you feel like somebody has wronged you, you can feel your pain, you can feel your anger. And often when we feel that pain or anger, we think that our response to that is correct. Now, here's where the problem comes in. Because you have a right to your anger or your frustration, and your pain may even be understandable. Him speaking about the Alfredo, him bringing the cake home, we can all see how these things can hurt her feelings. But because she's emotionally distraught, she thinks that her behaviors that express those emotions are accurate and right because she feels emotions. That's where we blow up our relationships. He feels that because he's angry because she dumped that in the trash, that he can go live and talk to her this way. So you got to understand that even whenever when you act out, even from the real place of emotions, the damage you could be doing to your partner could be detrimental. You understand? Dumping that cake in the trash without talking to that man. She messed it up for herself. Now there's no way he can really acknowledge her feelings unless he's really, really good at emotional conflict, okay? In this case, he wasn't. So what happened there? He completely ignored how she felt and put more on it. Cook better, and I'll tell you it's good. Do you see? So oftentimes when we feel that we are right in something, we feel that someone has actually wronged us, we feel that we can go talk to that person any kind of way, and that is incorrect. Even though you're hurt, even though you may be wrong, they may have wronged you, you still got to talk to them like a human being, respectfully, if you're trying to get through that thing and understand it. Too many times we're arguing from a position of being angry or hurt, and what comes out of you in that moment is not going to be healthy or productive. Be angry yet sin not. This needs to be the adage that rings in our minds whenever we are upset dealing with emotional conflict. You understand? Don't speak from that place of hurt and pain, because how it affects that other person, it may be detrimental. And sometimes you'll think that person should be able to take it because they just did something to you. It doesn't work that way, family. Do you understand? Emotional conflict is gonna have to have you to be able to juggle or maintain your own emotions while you deal with that person in a loving way. Regardless of how angry you get, try your best to speak in such a way where it's receivable. Do you understand? You have a superpower if you can say these things in a calm, loving way. So control your emotions. Try and be stoic. Try and actively listen to your partner without being triggered into deflection or blame game. And you will find that your arguments are much shorter, way more quiet. They're not so abrasive and destructive, and you're not saying all these things that you now have to get over. All right? Stay tuned for more counseling videos such as this one, okay? Be evolution, be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another, and if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it is in that chaos that you have found yourself. Now let's look at that video one more time before we end this video. And listen, family, while you're watching that video, consider getting my book, The Emotional Terrorizer. It is available on Amazon. Just type it in. You can also type in books by Kevin Wesley on Amazon. You'll find a slew of books that I have up there. But specifically, Emotional Terrorizer, it goes over all these things in great detail. It shows you how to deal with and manage a relationship like this to get it to a harmonic state. It shows you the red flags to avoid a relationship like this. It shows you how to get out of a relationship like this, and also how to recover from a relationship like this. Make that book your Bible when dealing with this modern world, okay? Many people don't know how to deal with emotional conflict, and you don't want your life ruined because of what somebody else might do to you when they are upset. All right? Peace, family.
Yo, I just came home from work, and there's some things that irritate the dog shit out of me, you know? Like I said, I just came home from work, a long ass drive, 2.5 hours to be exact. My birthday, right? It's my birthday. My co-workers fixed me a nice cake, lemon cake, my favorite. And I come home, and my cake is in the trash. You see that? It's in the trash.
So my that cake was in the trash.
And this is why I gotta go live. Why is my cake in the trash?
What you mean? You brought another woman's cake into this house? Really?
My co-worker, and she's an older woman. What they gotta do with you?
I don't care. I don't care who it was. Another woman's cake. Really?
Wait, look, why are you so fucking destructive?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not destructive. You said that my sister's chicken Alfredo was the best you ever had. How dare you say another woman's food is better than mine? So I can't cook now?
No, you can't. Your Alfredo is trash.
Yeah, just like your cake is in the trash.
Okay, look, your sister cooked some good Alfredo. Learn how to cook or bake a cake.
Why didn't you just get your mama to make it? You always get her to make anything else.
Wow.
Everything
Wow.
else your mother
Wow.
makes it.
Wow.
I would have rather you went to the store.
Look, I can't even talk to my moms no more because of you and that fucking podcast. Stop
Really?
lying.
My
Why you
podcast?
talking about my son's felonies, my mom's hospital transactions on your podcast?
I'm telling
Why?
the truth.
No, that's
Facts,
none of your
facts,
business.
facts.
Why you doing everything for a fucking life?
Really?
Why? Why?
Really?
Look. Stay off the podcast talking about my family business.
And
You
keep
understand
another
that?
woman's cake out my
Learn how to
house.
cook. That's what we got a kitchen for. What's wrong with you? God damn.
That little ass stove.
Hey, look, that's this. Y'all see what the hell I deal? Y'all see what the hell I'm dealing with, right? Look at that. Look at it. Look at it.
Look at this.
Look at it. Look.
Look at this. He can't do
Do anything say?
anyway.
Do anything say? Housewife right there? No. So this is what the fuck I gotta go live for. Let y'all know what the hell I'm going through with this.
What?
We ain't got too long.
This what?
We ain't got too long. Bye. I'll see y'all. Y'all got the evidence.